Hello, church. So here's our devotional for Wednesday, March 11th. I had to stop in at a funeral visitation. So you get me in this stuff, and it's a little later in the day because I had a few other things going on. But we pick up with Proverbs 15 today. This will be the last chapter in the section we've been focusing on, what Van Leeuwen calls the antithetical statements in Proverbs. And a reminder that we'll be over at Pennsburg UCC at 7 o'clock for our midweek Lenten series, continuing questions that Jesus asked. So here we go with our NRSV. I think I shared yesterday. I'm planning on doing this in 3 sections because it's very similar in pattern to Proverbs 14. And we'll begin with verse 1, and then we'll be going through verse 11, partly because I want to do some commentary break there, but also because that's the division that Peterson uses and makes it a little easier to follow along with. A soft answer turns away wrath, but a harsh word stirs up anger. The tongue of the wise dispenses knowledge, but the mouths of fools pour out folly. The eyes of the Lord are in every place, keeping watch on the evil and the good. A gentle tongue is a tree of life, but perverseness in it breaks the spirit. A fool despises a parent's instruction, but the one who heeds admonition is prudent. In the house of the righteous there is much treasure, but trouble befalls the income of the wicked. The lips of the wise spread knowledge, not so the minds of fools. The sacrifice of the wicked is an abomination to the Lord, but the prayer of the upright is his delight. The way of the wicked is an abomination to the Lord, but he loves the one who pursues righteousness. There is severe discipline for one who forsakes the way, but one who hates a rebuke will die. Sheol and Abaddon lie open before the Lord. How much more human hearts? It looked like there might have been a little glitch there, so hopefully that came through quickly. Sheol, you are probably familiar with at this point because that's used in Psalms, if you were following the devotionals for last year, significantly. Abaddon is another word that you will encounter from the Hebrew. Let me go ahead and do this comment for you on verse 11, because that'll give you some little bit of context for that, but a little more broadly too. This verse resonates with verse 11. This verse resonates with verse 3. The God who knows the depths of the cosmos, for whom the mysteries of the underworld lie exposed, has no difficulty in knowing human hearts. Sheol and Abaddon, or destruction, are a new word on me, Hindiatis, which means that he defines. 2 nouns describing one referent. So 2 things means the same thing, just referring to it kind of shows fullness. Are 2 nouns describing one referent for the realm of death, and then it gives some other allusions from Job and also from Proverbs. The cosmic scope of divine knowledge appears in Amos 9, 2-4, but Psalm 139, O Lord, you have searched me and known me, most magnificently displays God's knowledge of the cosmos and of the human heart. So it's that contrast of vastness of creation and the universe, but still knowing us as a people and as children of God. And then a little bit of commentary in the reflection for Van Leeuwen. To put Proverbs 15:1 into practice is difficult because human emotions naturally react to anger and pain in kind. Emotions themselves know no morality, they just are. The way we deal with our emotions, however, is a moral, social issue because human beings are more than their feelings. Harsh words reveal a lack of discipline, a failure of boundaries. Another difficulty in practicing Proverbs 15:1 stems from distorted views concerning genuine strength versus perceived weakness. In this category are some macho views of manhood. Such styles of masculinity, in whatever cultural context, they plaster over insecurity and inner weakness. They disrupt human relations, often to the detriment of both parties. In our more modern context, you have probably encountered the phrase toxic masculinity, and the importance of things like vulnerability and honesty are critical to not only our well-being, but in fact to our community and our lives and the people we love and care about who are around us. Eugene Peterson's The Message, as we step into chapter 15, and he entitles his portion, God Doesn't Miss a Thing. A gentle response diffuses anger, but a sharp tongue kindles a temper fire. Knowledge flows like spring water from the wise. Fools are leaky faucets dripping nonsense. God doesn't miss a thing. He's alert to good and evil alike. Kind words heal and help. Cutting words wound and maim. Moral dropouts won't listen to their elders. Welcoming correction is a mark of good sense. The lives of God-loyal people flourish. A misspent life is soon bankrupt. Perceptive words spread knowledge. Fools are hollow. There's nothing to them. God can't stand pious poses, but he delights in genuine prayers. A life frittered away disgusts God. He loves those who run straight for the finish line. It's a school of hard knocks for those who leave God's path, a dead-end street for those who hate God's rules. Even hell holds no secrets from God. Do you think he can't read human hearts? And that'll conclude our portion. The School of Hard Knocks was an interesting turn of phrase and took me immediately to Little Orphan Annie and It's a Hard Knock Life. If you want to check out Psalm 139 a little more deeply, you can either check that in your scripture, or you could even go back to our devotional stuff, but you'll have to scroll through a while. All right, so that's it for today. We'll be back with you tomorrow as we continue in chapter 15 and then finish that up. See ya.